Hello captains, this is Kent again and welcome to the flight show. So today we are in our regional series and we are going to be flying in Japan. As a matter of fact, specifically we will be flying from, let's see here, it figures. We will be flying from Kitakyushu, Japan to Kobe. These are both island airports. I kind of have a fascination with those. So why don't we just jump in? Now, I wanted to use ANA or Japan Air, but I could not. I searched high and low for the liveries for the ATR72 and just simply could not find them. So we're just going to roll with TransAsia. So if that is not out of Japan, which I don't even think it is, bear with me. I just wanted to try to get a livery as close to these airports as possible. So as you know, the first thing we need to do is keep power going. Since we don't have an APU, we have an inner engine where we use the turbine of the aircraft to power things, but we have to lock the propellers so that they don't spin. So we're going through that procedure right now. And turn on the fuel pump of the right engine. The brake is ready, so we can start. Well, arm the emergency lights and the seat belts, and turn on the nav lights to let people know that we're in here. And I'm going to go ahead and arm alternate flight crew so we have a little bit of feedback going on. Alright, got that going.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. We ask that you please fasten your seatbelt at this time and secure all baggage underneath your seat or in the overhead compartments. We also ask that your seats and table trays are in the upright position for takeoff. We should not all personal electronic devices, including laptops and cell phones. Smoking is prohibited for the duration of the flight. Thank you for choosing us. Enjoy your flight.
Okay, so now let's take a look at ATIS.
Romeo, Juliet, Foxtrot, Romeo, airport information, Whiskey 1600, Zulu, weather, wind 228 at 14, visibility 10,000, sky condition, few clouds at 2,500, temperature 29, dew point 24, QNH 1011, advise on initial contact you have information, Whiskey.
Okay, we got our ATIS.
Romeo, Juliet, Foxtrot, Romeo, airport information, Whiskey 1600, Zulu, weather, wind 2.
Alright, now let's just put in our alternator, which is alternate airport, which is RJBE. Totally screwed that up. You want to say now clear. RJBE is our alternate airport. Alright, so now that we've got that going, what I want to do is get our clearance, and then we'll know what runways we're going to be taking off of. So let's do that right now.
Clearance delivery, Prepar3D V5 with the information request clearance.
Alright, so do I have not the right station in? It should be 123.55. Okay, I'm off by one digit.
Romeo, Juliet, Foxtrot, Romeo, airport information, X-ray 1.
Here we go.
Clearance delivery, Prepar3D V5 with the information request clearance.
SRT7555, cleared at Romeo Juliet Bravo Echo via Kilo Oscar Hotel Echo India 1 departure handling as filed. Climb and maintain 7000. Expect flight level 190 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 129.35. Squawk 1630. QNH 1025.
Squawk is 1630. And the pressure is 1035. I'm writing this down in my notes.
Cleared a Romeo, Juliet Bravo Echo by Kilo Oscar Hotel Echo India 1 climb and maintain 7000. Flight level 190 within 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 129er. Decimal 35. Squawk 1630. QNH 1025. SRT7555.
SRT7555. Read back correct. Contact ground control on 121.75.
Okay.
Roger 121. Decimal 75. SRT7555.
Okay, so we know that we're departing now on runway 36. They didn't say it, but my Pro ATC notes on the side do tell me that now that we have clearance. So that's 36, and as you noticed, we will be departing on the SID Kilo brain fart KOHEI1, because O was just like totally blowing, like escaping me at this moment. I guess because I'm just being recording. You know how that is. But anyway, all right. So we have our SID, and we can have that, and then our star. Actually, we have Hans as our star. So arrival, it's Hans with an S, and we're landing ILS runway 9. So we've got that. Great. Now we just have to put in our waypoints, and so this will be quick. We're going to MYE, or Mike Yankee X-ray. No, X-ray's X. What am I talking about? It's because I'm recording. It's really just brain freeze. Echo. Sorry. No. Anyway, Y412. You know, it's like don't mess up, and then you mess up. That's exactly how it feels. Okay, then Rosie, Romeo, Sierra, India, Echo. I'm gonna start just doing this all the time, forcing myself to, you know, be second nature with this. Anyway, then Yankee, 231. Repetition is everything, and Becky, so Bravo, Echo, Charlie, Kilo, Yankee, and boom. All right, so we've got all of our navs in. Excellent. Now the other thing we need to do is put in our fuel. I'm going to put the fuel in the aircraft. I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our weight in there, and since GSX, what? Our brake isn't braking? I ain't even tripping. All right, so since GSX doesn't really have people walk out to the airplane or anything like that, we'll just go ahead and get started. So we have clearance, but we do need to get ground. So let's go ahead and do that.
Say again. SRT7555.
All right, and we need
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, squawk 1630.
Ah, yes. And we confirm.
Squawk 1630. SRT7555.
So let's put on our squawk 1630. There we go. All right, so we have our squawk, and our flight number is 7555. Okay. That's the one thing I get a little annoyed by. If you're not right on, this thing jumps to zoom. Gets on my nerves. Alright, that's like that. If you don't stay where you're supposed to, I swear. Alright, so now we've got everything we need there. Alright, so
Ground bar T7555. Request startup and pushback.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555. Startup and pushback approved.
Roger, bar T7555.
now I know that we can back this up using our props, but what fun is that? So let's go and talk to our ground crew. Okay.
Ground to flight deck.
Go ahead.
Communication check please and confirm the brakes are set.
Communications are good and the brakes are set.
Thanks.
Okay, I'm just putting in my electronic flight bag over here.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay. Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, cockpit.
We are ready for pushback and engine start, facing south.
Roger. Facing south. Release brake.
Brakes released.
Okay, commencing pushback.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555. Squawk 1630.
You are clear behind and you can start your engine at your discretion.
Squawk 1630. Bar T7555.
Okay, so that's one's already started, so we'll start fuel pump, put that on. And we'll crossfeed to balance it out since we've been running on one of those engines for a minute. Yeah, I hear it starting up over there. Sounds are important, you know. Things don't sound right. It tells you a lot. Alright, so RNAV, that's good. This is on RNAV, so we're all good here.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Nothing. And we
Go ahead, flight deck.
Clarence said that we needed to take off and expect
Go ahead, cockpit.
7,000 feet. Okay, we're good. And we can go ahead and put on our nav because we're flying our SID.
Go ahead, flight deck.
I ain't got nothing to say. As a matter of fact, we can go ahead and put on our flaps.
Go ahead, flight deck.
It's a pretty livery. Just not the one I want. I mean, when you got everything working right, it is nice.
Pushback complete. Set parking brake, please.
Brakes are set.
Roger. Okay, the tow bar disconnected and the equipment is clear.
Excellent. You are free to disconnect and go to hand signals.
Thanks, so long. Have a good flight.
Appreciate it. You take care.
Roger, have a nice flight.
Alright.
Ground RT75-500, request taxi.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, taxi 5 Papa 4 Papa 5 Tango 6 to runway 36.
By Papa 4 Papa 5 Tango 6 to runway 36, RT75-500.
Brakes released. I know they're happy. Some meatloaf on the cafeteria this day. A little bit of food from home. All right.
Go ahead, cockpit.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the crew, I ask that you please direct your attention to the monitors above as we review the emergency procedures. There are emergency exits on this aircraft. Take a minute to locate the exit closest to you. Note that the nearest exit may be behind you. Count the number of rows to this exit. Should the cabin experience sudden pressure loss, please stay calm and listen for instructions from the captain. Oxygen masks will drop down from above your seat. Place the mask over your mouth and nose, like this. Pull the straps to tighten. If you're traveling with children, make sure that your own mask is on first before helping your children. In the likely event of an emergency landing and evacuation, leave your carry-on items behind. Life rafts are located below your seat. An emergency landing will lead you to the closest exit and slide. We ask that you make sure that all carry-on luggage is stowed away safely during the flight. While we wait for takeoff, please take a moment to review the safety data card in the seat pocket in front of you.
All right. Check out the bridge over there. I'll have to turn so you can see it, but that's nice. I believe that's part of the scenery for this airport. Really nice.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, contact tower on 118.85.
118.85, RT7555. Tower RT7555, holding short of runway 36, ready for departure.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, line up runway 36.
Runway entry procedure.
Lining up for runway 36, RT7555.
Romeo Tango 7555, wind 330 at 3, runway 36, cleared for takeoff. Good flight.
Thanks.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 36, RT7555.
Okay, bye-bye. Take off. I don't know if you just heard a thump, but I live on a golf course, and they just been hitting my house with impunity. Jiminy Crickets, work on your slice. Jeez. Hey, did break a window some years ago. All right, rotate. Positive rate of climb, 0.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555. Contact departure on 129.35.
129.35 as far P3D
All right, we're going to turn on our IAS when we reach 178 or 173 knots. Let me do that first. That will tell us our pitch angle for our ascent.
Departure as far P3D
So once we put in 173, you can see that our flight director gives us the angle that we need to ascend, maintaining 173 knots.
Oscar Hotel Echo India 1 departure. Climb to 7,000.
All right.
Cleared by Kilo Oscar Hotel Echo. India 1 departure climbing to 7,000 as far P3D 555.
Oh, it's raining in the cockpit. I hate it when that happens. Alright, we turned a little wide, but we'll get back to our course. Alright, here we go. Pull the nose up. Oh, I thought I was going to give you a nice view, but the overcast may say otherwise. When I checked the weather on active sky, it said scattered, but didn't say anything about precipitation, but you know, it may have changed. Okay, so right now I'm simply flying the aircraft myself, but I'm going to go ahead and put our power management on climb.
Climbing 8,777.
And I'm going to turn on the autopilot. Alright. So our power management is automatic. Maintaining 174 knots.
Climb and maintain. Flight level 190.
Flight level 190 as far P3D 555.
Alright, so 190. Okay, so we're set at flight level 190. We'll maintain 173 knots as we ascend. Our power management is on climb. Flaps are up. We are looking good. And it stopped raining in the cockpit, so great. So we are up in these clouds. So I don't know about scenery, but we'll see. We'll get up to 19,000 feet, and I think we'll at least be able to have a nice view of a lot of clouds. So if you were a passenger and hoping for a good view, yeah, you're going to have to cancel Christmas on that one. Now, don't anticipate this to be a long flight. Let's see here. We are 11 miles from top of climb, so we're making steady progress there. Our star will be the Hansisch star.
That's landing on
this is your
captain speaking. First, I'd like to welcome everyone on our flight. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 11,000 feet and at a ground speed of approximately 275 miles per hour. If the order cooperates, we should get a great view as we descend. The cabin crew will be coming around shortly to offer you light snacks and beverages. Then, sit back, relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Okay, for some odd reason when I hear his voice I think this is a Greek pilot, One, we are not cruising at 11,000 feet. That's a can. It does not adjust based on your altitude. It's just, we're cruising at 19,000 feet. Okay, we're above the cloud cover.
With you, flight level 170.
JK2635, roger.
So, we have a little bit of a time, so let's just use this to talk a little bit. As I've mentioned in my previous video, we do realize that Flight Simulator 2020 is coming out. It's a release date of the 18th, and I did say, and I will be getting it, I will get the deluxe with the most airports and the most aircraft, and I will be reviewing, I will be reviewing the program. Is that to say that this is going to be goodbye to Prepared? That remains to be seen. I do know that when I moved over from Steam Edition, Flight Simulator Steam Edition to Prepared, I didn't look back to Steam because I was tired of out-of-memory errors, and the graphics just became decidedly better. We got a break in the cloud cover. Now, based on what I've been seeing, yes, the cloud cover and the graphics are hand over fist better than Prepared, but who's to say what Prepared's got up its sleeve? So I am definitely not writing off Prepared at this particular time, and as you know, I don't really do X-Plane. That's nothing bad to say about it. Just Prepared's kind of where I've made my bones. I also do a little bit of flying in DCS, the military stuff, but there's such a high learning curve. I haven't really
RT7555, contact Tokyo on 126.1.
Okay, what was our warning light saying here?
126, decimal 1, Prepar 7555. Tokyo, Prepar 7555, passing flight level 170 for flight level 190.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, roger.
I think that'll go off in just a moment. Alright, so all this is to say, I am looking forward to it. Yeah, but the other nice thing that I think I'm going to enjoy is that you're not going to need a ton of third-party stuff right out of the box because there's so much that they're offering to begin with. Like, this isn't like you have to have a new version of GSX. Their gates actually work right out, there are people walking around the airport right out of the box, so it'll be interesting. And there are a lot of people who were on this development. I was not selected for the alpha and beta testing, so there are people that have access to it who are already putting out content that I just don't have access to, and that's all well and fine. But I will be doing kind of my particular spin and niche as it pertains, kind of explaining things so that the novice can understand it, but also, showing the things that I think some more seasoned pilots would also appreciate as well. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see. That's the 18th, which is 4 days before my birthday, actually. So I guess that's going to be my birthday present to myself. And we'll see what happens, Oh, now this weather, this is nice. This is beautiful. And I do have a rig that I think is going to be well suited for the new Flight Simulator, because I'm running an i7-8700 with a CPU. So it's not the i9 or the 9000 or 9100, 9000 K. But this is a respectable amount of horsepower.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, contact Tokyo on 132.5. Bye-bye.
132.5, Prepar 7555. Tokyo, Prepar 7555 at flight level 190.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, roger, turn left heading 090.
Head left 090.
Left turn, heading 090, Prepar 7555.
What I was saying is that, I have a GSX card, 090. Let me just ask, just in case, I want to request, because I don't see why I should have to go to 090. I'm just going to request to go to Gonby. I don't see, it's not in here. Rosie, Cody, and then next there's Becky. So they don't have, so what I really want is Wyma at the very minimum, because I don't really want to go back. There's Rosie. Prior to Rosie is MPE. But they don't have that, so I'm going to ask to go to
Request
Rosie.
directing Romeo, Oscar, Sierra, Indian Echo, Spark, 7555. Sierra, Romeo, Tango, 7555. Clear directing Romeo, Oscar, Sierra, India Echo, intersection, turn left, heading 095. Maintain present altitude. Continue on navigation.
Alright, I'll take that.
Clear direct Romeo, Oscar, Sierra, Indian Echo, intersection. Left turn, heading 095, present altitude. Continue on, Spark, 7555.
Five. Okay, heading. All right. This is going to cut a few miles out of our flight, and therefore cut a little bit out of on time too. So that's excellent. But nevertheless, I was just saying that I have an RTX 2080 Ti. So graphics-wise, I am looking forward to pushing the envelope, and I have more than enough RAM, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think I may be having to buy a new hard drive to put in here because everything that I have with the other simulator is taking up a lot of space, especially with the scenery and stuff. But I'm excited. It's a little bittersweet because I don't know what to expect in terms of you put a lot of investment into P3D. And you don't want it to be for naught, of which I don't think it's going to be. But, hey, this is part of the business. Everything evolves. And you have to be able to, as the Marines would say, why am I forgetting one of the three words? It's because I want to say it and I'm being recorded. I forget stuff. Adapt, improvise, overcome. Or is it improvise, adapt, overcome? Those three. But anyway, so you just got to be pliable, adapt with the taking it to the next level. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to let you enjoy a few visuals as we're flying to Kobe, and I'll bring you back. Okay, we have just been given our
Sierra Romeo
instructions to
Tango
descend.
7555, send to 1000, 1026, expect ILS, approach runway 09er.
Let's come back on the throttles a bit.
Descent 1000, QNH 1026, expect Hotel Alpha November, Sierra Hotel Sierra, ILS, approach runway 09er, Prepar 7555. 9058, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, 9058.
Alright, so now that we've gone past top of descent, you will be with me as we approach Kobe. So I'm going to bring you back in a few minutes when we get a little bit closer.
Say again, Prepar 7555. Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, send to 9000. Descend to 9000, Prepar 7555.
Alright, so Kobe is going to be like over here somewhere, but as we descend, we should pass. We should pass Kisai or RJBE on our way to Kobe. Pretty cool. Okay, let's bring our heading bug over.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555, send to 6500, contact approach on 122.65. Descend to 6500, 122.65, Prepar 7555. Approach, Prepar 7555, passing 1000 for 6500.
SR7555. Cleared via Hotel Alpha November Sierra Hotel Sierra Bravo. Expect ILS. Approach runway 09er.
Cleared Hotel Alpha November Sierra Hotel Sierra ILS. Approach runway 09er. Prepar 7555.
Alright, so let's get ready for this approach. We need to put our nav on the proper ILS, so our frequency is going to be 109.15. So there we go with the 15, and now we just bring this down to 109. Got a little bit of turbulence going on here, I see. Alright, and then let's switch this. So 109.15 for our, and actually this isn't even really an ILS, I think. This is a Localizer Dme Approach, which I know there was a request for me doing one of these approaches, and I wanted to prepare for it so I could give a really good description as to how it's working, but right now you'll at least see me do it. But Marcus was, yeah, that's right, Marcus asked me about doing a VOR DME. Well, guess what? You're getting one. And so, hey, let's rock this roll. Let's rock this roll, as it were. Alright, so taking a look at everything thus far. Oh, we're down below 10,000, so let's turn on our landing lights. And so far, we could have turned this off a long time ago. My bad. Alright. And now, that's it. Our course needs to be... Oh, that's the frequency. This is course, sorry. It's like, why isn't this anything coming up? Alright, this is going to be a course of 92. we go. All right, so we have everything we need. And we may not be seeing Kansai just because the overcast has it. I think it should be a little over this way, like here somewhere. And yeah, that ain't happening. But we'll see how it goes as we get low, a little bit lower. So where are we? We are leveling out. Great. So I'm going to start to drop our speed as we're getting a bit closer.
Yes, RT75-500. Descend to 3,700.
Alright.
Descend to 3,700 as far as 7555.
3,700. Yeah, it is soupy. Alright, I will bring you back in a little bit. Okay, we're a little bit closer, and I think if I have too much time as we're approaching, I might just edit some of this out in the recording. Let's see. Yeah, we are descending into the soup. Still flying our navs. We're not flying the heading bug. Okay, so we're holding at 3,700, and I'm going to hold our current speed of just under 200 knots.
23,000.
Say again, SRT7555.
SRT7555. Descend to 3,000.
Descend to 3,000, SRT7555.
Okay, as we approach Tracy, the flight restriction is 3,000 or above. And then when we reach Sioji, it's 3,000 or above. Well, actually, it's a hard restriction of 3,000. And then at Marin, a hard restriction of 3,000, and then we descend into the airport. So we're good to go.
SRT7555. Cleared ILS. Approach runway 09er.
Cleared ILS, approach runway 09er, SRT7555.
Okay, we are now taking our heading where we should be coming in a little like 40-degree angle with respect to the ILS, or the final vector. So we'll see if I've pulled this off properly. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put our heading bug here, because I'm going to hold this heading until, let's go ahead and put that heading on, because now, yep, there it is, glide slope. So I want to change this to, oh, it is already on ILS, excellent. Actually, when we capture this VOR, so let me turn this off. We're going to hold this heading until the localizer is live. It is now active, and then we'll turn on to the final. Now it says here in my chart, well, it is an ILS approach, I do see, because it does have the localizer.
SRT7555. Descend to 3,000. Cleared for final contact tower at the marker. Frequency is 130.
Unfreeze, unfreeze, unfreeze. There we go.
Descend to 3,000. Cleared for final tower at the marker. 130.8. SRT7555.
We're already at 3,000, so that's fine. I'm going to bring back the throttles just a little bit so we can get down to 180. All right. Wait for it. Blue is what you would see as a holding pattern if we were put into it. But that white right there is our final. Alright, localizer is alive. So let's arm the localizer. And then we will fly this heading until we reach the glide slope, of which I will arm the approach. bring back throttles a bit more. Now, you may ask, why is it so soupy? This is just the real world weather that I'm, uh-oh, approach is alive, or the glide slope is alive. So this is just what it is. Alright, arm approach. As you can see here, when it's changes the localizer where it was there,
contact power on 130
and now the glide slope.
130.8 Prepar3D V5.
Alright, we should start to descend.
Tower Prepar3D V5 on final.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555. Slow to final approach speed. QNH 1026. Clear land runway 09er.
Reducing the final approach speed. QNH 106. Clear to land runway 09er. Prepar3D V5.
Flaps 1.
Ladies and gentlemen,
2500.
Really, it's 515.
Bags and tray tables are
First
in their
position.
full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stored underneath the seat in front of you or in the overhead bins. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
Okay, the ground is just becoming visible. There we go, it's cleared up a little bit. Just let you see what's going on out there. Alright, the runway is in sight. Flaps 30.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
My aircraft.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Little under.
Flight slow.
It's alright.
Flight slow. Flight slow.
Throttle.
Flight slow. 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 Flight slow.
We'll hold
Flight
here,
slow.
we'll fly into
Flight
the glide
slow.
slope, and then start to descend again. Alright, there we go. A little over to the left. We'll adjust that. You know, I thought I'd have a much more beautiful sight to show you, but as it stands, it's crappy weather.
500.
Okay, our approach is a little high, but I'm adjusting for that. Back on the throttles. Here we go.
Minimum 100. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Nice gentle touchdown.
Sierra Romeo Tango 7555. Gaze is left. contact ground on 125.05.
125.05, Prepar3D V5.
Okay, before we contact ground, I guess I'll give you a quick replay of that landing. Let's see here. I think that's good.
Minimum 100.
Oh yeah. Nice and gentle. And one other view that I think you'd be curious about. Oh yeah. I'll take that. Okay, back to business. Okay.
Ground Prepar3D 7555 is clear of the runway. Request taxi departure.
SRT7555, taxi via Papa 4 Papa 5 Tango 6 to Terminal 1.
By Papa 4 Papa 5 Tango 6 to Terminal 1 Prepar3D 7555.
I'm assuming Terminal 1 is way over there. That's G1. I want to check one thing before I agree to this. Oh, there's a parking one. I'm gonna go to that. shut her down. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed our very overcast laden approach to Kobe in Japan. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed flying this plane, as you can tell. I enjoyed this flight.
Go ahead, fly deck.
Thought it'd be a little bit more scenic, but, you know, what are you going to do? I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again in the virtual skies.